Are you still punishing yourself about the way you look, about how you dress, about aging? It's time to cut the cord. It's time to cut the cord. My crown queen, you are beautiful in whatever stage you are. But a woman like me who is postmenopause and is willing and ready to cut cords on the identity that no longer is serving her, then that is something that I have been doing and been freeing myself so much. Talk about clarity and utilizing my intuition to get this done. It is like this. Now, this video comes with a warning, a little PSA. You can't just be cutting cords all day and all night. You have to be in a neutral energy to cut a cord because those attachments are real. Energetic cord cutting is a real thing, and you can energetically go through withdrawals and you can have some emotional body pain and thoughts and processes. So you want to go and be with a professional, a coach like myself. You know, as a holistic self love coach, I've cut cords on myself, and also as a Reiki instructor, I have done that with other people just to make sure that their energy body is clean and clear from a particular identity, person, emotion as well. So this video is really about owning who you are, how you look, and stop comparing yourself to the old version of you, you know, the 20 version of you, or the 30 version of you, or the version that you thought was just so hot and just because you still are you're still good to someone. And hopefully that is to yourself. I did 30 days of mirror work, but that's not about this video. But within that mirror work, I was able to start loving myself and loving my body just the way it was, almost 30 pounds heavier than what I am today. And so I loved myself first before I started cutting the identity of my quote unquote insecurities of being overweight and being in the 200s. And I was like, I got to get in the 100s. I got to get in the 100s. But I knew that I could not cut the cord of that version of me until I start healing and moving through some emotional, emotional transitions. And because I knew I was going to lose the identity of who I was. Overeating, overworking, undereating, not resting because we're having different symptoms, hormonal symptoms can hinder us. But we have a tool. We have an energetic tool, and cord cutting is just one of them. And for me, and possibly for you, stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's been one of the best things I've done. So, the last time I cut cords, actually, you know what? Today I am going to cut a cord from this particular energy that I have been connected to, and I want to release that. And it's a part of my body. And I'm not going to overthink it, but I am going to meditate before I cut cords. And I am a visual person. So I literally will do a body scan, and I will ask spirit, divine love, my creator, my God. And you can do the same thing for whoever that is for you. And I will scan my body from the crown of my head all the way to the soles of my feet because you can have multiple cords connected to you with the same energy. And so a lot of times I will see the particular part of my body in which the cord is being cut. And I can energetically cut cord because I've done this for a while now within that body. But I know that some of my clients, I would normally have them draw out a little image of their body, close their eyes, and go ahead and then mark that up. And then we can then go back in and cut those cords. So I may edit this out, but you know what? I feel the need to show you what I mean. And so you can also do this too. So step one would be get neutral, go through meditation, ask spirit to show you where this particular cord or cords are attached to your body. That's step one. Step two, if you can do it in visualization, that's fine. If not, I want you to be able to draw a picture of an image of yourself. And so I'm about to do that right now. So that's the image of me. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll put it on the screen. And so what I would do is that I would say, where did you see your cord? And so I would say, let me connect right now. I'll speed this up if it takes a long time in the video. So for this particular energy, which was the energy of lack, I'll be transparent with you. I received it on the back of the head as a core, as well as my solar plexus. And so I would draw and write it out. And then I would ask my client to close her eyes, go back to those particular places, and gently see, use a tool, an energetic tool, scissors, knife, whatever that is for them, fire, whatever that is for them, that they want to cut the cord with, then I'll go ahead and say, I'll let them do that. And then I allow them, for me, when I cut a cord, I can see the cord literally move away from me back. And then I always tell that cord to go back to spirit, take that energy back to divine love to be transmuted into something else, something better for someone else, even if that someone else is for me at a later date. And then I scan my body again and I see what particular area that I just cut, what does it look like? What does it feel like? Am I bleeding from that area? Does it have a sore? Is it an open wound? Have I closed it? Whatever that is, I have that image and I ask myself, my internal self in my body to tell myself that the light of God, the healing light of God is now over that space and I am healed. I am whole. And then I just kind of wait until my intuition moves me away from that particular area. And then I go to another area for the same thing. And just remember, just a pro tip, you only want to cut one thing one time and one energy. It could be multiple cores, but one energy at a time. And so then I will go to my solar plexus. If I was doing this now, I would go to my solar plexus and I would cut that cord the same way and then allow the cord, because I try to cut as close to my skin as possible, to my energy body, I should say, to my energy body, and let the rest of the cord just go out. Because I don't believe in having a cord just being willy nilly like a water hose just floating around in the universe, moving around, because then it may reattach back to me, and that's how I see it. I don't want it to be reattached to me, so I reattach it back to divine love. That's how I got it from spirit. That's how my intuition works. And so with that, once I know I'm done, I put in gratitude, I put in love, and I'm super happy. So after that, I'm thankful. But within those days afterwards, if that particular thought or process or energy comes up, I remind my body, because it's like residue. It's like a bruise almost. You still see the bruise. It may be a little active, but it's really gone. And so I know I know the healing is internal. And then so you may go through some, what I say, some withdrawals. You may be crying. You may think about another instance regarding the situation, like lack instances may come up and it may bombard me because it's trying to stay penetrated, but really it's healing on the inside. And so it's just being irritable. But before you know it, I just remind myself I've cut cords with that ideology of lack. I've cut cords with lack. I'm fully abundant. I'm fully have more than enough. I'm fully this. I'm fully that. No more lack. There's no such thing as lack in an abundant world. I have abundant energy. And then I would just continue like create affirmations or just say positive thoughts, have positive reframing thoughts as well as just verbalize what I need. And usually I go through like the love mode, my love mode, where I'm listening to what is going on outside of me, inside of me, observing how my body feels. Did I have some aches? Did I get a stomach ache? Did I get a headache because of that? Of verbalizing that truth, like I said, the new truth and identity that I have. And then I know that eventually that I will evolve because then that particular mindset or phrase or energy has been dismissed. Now, we'll try to come back some other kind of way. I'm not going to say it's never going to be there, but many, 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 many times, I say between 89 to 99% of the time, when you cut cords correctly or you cut all the cords, you become neutral to certain things. It's just automatic. It's just automatic. I mean, automatic. So when it comes to your body and your self-image, cut cording is a way to release all that BS, all that stuff. You will no longer look at yourself and say that you're ugly when you say yourself that you're beautiful if that's part of your body shaming or your comparison because you think you're getting too old, wrinkles with gray hair. You know, it's okay to have some sparkles in your hair. I mean, I dye my sparkles here and there, but I like my sparkles because I'm in my crown era and it's okay. The hormonal transitions of just moving through from motherhood into the crown era. You know, who nobody wants to be a crown. We're gonna be crown. We're crown women, 50 plus. You know what I'm saying? And just being in punishment for stuff. We're not being in punishment. We're going into pleasure. We're not going to look at food and say, I can't have this, I can't have that. You can have anything you want in moderation unless spirit told you don't have it. Like when spirit told me to not drink coffee anymore about four, no, has it been that long? At least 3 years. 3 years ago, I can't have coffee because I was a coffee addict. I mean, I drank 5, 6, 7 cups of coffee a day, and it was re- it was what is it? Wreaking havoc on my body, especially during menopause. Oh my God, that's not for everybody, but that was for my body. And disconnecting from sexuality, not wanting to have that sexual pleasure or over having that sexual pleasure. If you're with the right partner and you're still married or you have a significant other, take time and have that conversation with your partner, but attach yourself or detach yourself from the sexual energy that you are no longer willing to deal with, your boundaries, because it will come back. I mean, my sexual energy came back and I don't want to go into that. But those are the main things. I don't know why I threw sexual energy in there. Maybe somebody needed to hear it. I may have to do a different cord cutting on that one. Actually, I wouldn't even do a cord cutting. I would say I would do a cord connection. And if you're interested in how to connect cords from spirit to you, that is something that I definitely love doing in my coaching, in my private coaching for my clients. I definitely love doing that. I love doing that to myself, with myself. And so, yeah, I love you guys so much. If this video helped and the little chart helped you, my little person of myself, if that helped, I appreciate the like, the thumbs up. And I think I'm gonna do a couple of more videos on cord cutting regarding like parent insecurities at this age and money and just some other topics. And if you have a topic about how to connect cords or how to cut cords from a different area in your life, put it in the comments. I love to read it and provide a future video for that. because there's many ways that you can cut your cord. I personally just use my intuition to cut my cords because my intuition is everything. It's God's wisdom given to me. And then that way I know I'm doing it correctly and I'm willing to learn and grow from it. All right, you guys. This is Coach Hunt. I love you so much and I have your greatest interest at heart. Bye.